Hey, welcome to my channel, InnoVibe. What if I told you the most dangerous tools used by hackers aren't lines of code, but tiny gadgets you've probably never even noticed? Tools so powerful they can steal your data, clone your identity, and even listen to your conversations, all without you ever knowing. In the next 10 minutes, we're pulling back the curtain on 10 gadgets straight out of a spy thriller. Except they're not fiction. They're real, and they're being used right now. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll not only know how they work, but also how to protect yourself. First, USB Rubber Ducky. Let's start with something deceptively simple. The USB Rubber Ducky. It looks like an ordinary flash drive, right? But this little device doesn't store files. It executes commands. Think of it as a keyboard that types out malicious scripts faster than any human ever could. Plug it into a computer, and in seconds, passwords are stolen, malware is installed, and firewalls are bypassed. And the scariest part? It's almost impossible to detect. But don't get too comfortable yet, the next gadget is even sneakier. Second, Wi-Fi Pineapple. Meet the Wi-Fi Pineapple. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. This little box can hijack Wi-Fi networks by pretending to be a trusted connection. Imagine sitting in a coffee shop, checking emails, when suddenly, without knowing it, your data is being intercepted. Who knew free Wi-Fi could cost you everything? And here's where it gets worse. Hackers don't even need to be near you to break in. They just need the right gadget. Third, Proxmark 3. Speaking of breaking in, let's talk about the Proxmark 3. If you've ever used a keycard to access a building, listen closely. This device scans, copies, and emulates RFID tags, meaning a hacker can duplicate your access card in seconds. No lockpicking required. Imagine walking into your office thinking you're safe, only to find out someone got there first, without even breaking a sweat. Fourth, HackRF1. And if that wasn't enough, let's talk about HackRF1, a gadget that takes spying to a whole new level. It can intercept wireless signals, track GPS locations, and even listen to phone calls. That's right. Hackers don't just hack devices, they hack signals in the air. And if you think that's the worst of it, just wait until you see the next gadget. Fifth, Raspberry Pi. Now, let's talk about the Raspberry Pi, a hacker's Swiss Army knife. On the surface, it's just a tiny, affordable computer. But with the right code, it becomes a powerful hacking tool. It can crack passwords, spoof networks, and even launch cyber attacks. And the crazy part? It's cheaper than most smartphones. If you think you're safe just because you're careful online, think again. Hackers are already a step ahead. 6. Keyloggers. Let's move to something even smaller. Keyloggers. These devices can be plugged into the back of a keyboard or even hidden inside one. And just like that, every single keystroke, passwords, emails, and private messages gets recorded and sent straight to the hacker. No firewalls, no alerts, just pure data theft. 7. Flipper Zero. Next up is the Flipper Zero, the Swiss Army knife of hacking tools. It can clone radio frequencies, hack into smart devices, and even unlock car doors. It's small, it's portable, and it's dangerously effective. This tool has become so popular that even security professionals use it for testing vulnerabilities. But in the wrong hands, it's a nightmare waiting to happen. 8. Land Turtle. And now meet the Land Turtle. This little gadget looks like a regular Ethernet adapter, but once it's plugged into a network, it can give hackers remote access. Think of it as a Trojan horse, except it doesn't need to be hidden. It blends right in. Hackers can use it to create backdoors, monitor traffic, and even steal sensitive files without anyone noticing. 9. Hidden cameras and audio bugs. We've all seen spy movies with hidden cameras and bugs. But what if I told you they're not just for Hollywood? Modern hidden cameras and audio bugs can be disguised as smoke detectors, light bulbs, and even USB chargers. Hackers use them to spy on targets, record conversations, and gather personal data. And with wireless connections, the footage can be sent to them instantly. No wires, no trace. 10-point mobile IMSI Catchers. Finally, let's talk about IMSI Catchers, also known as stingrays. These devices mimic cell towers, tricking phones into connecting to them. Once connected, hackers can intercept calls, track locations, and even read text messages. It's like carrying a surveillance tower in your pocket, and it's as terrifying as it sounds. So what can you do to protect yourself? Awareness is the first step. These tools may be used by hackers, but they're also used by security experts, people who fight back. The key is staying informed. Hit that subscribe button to stay tuned.